Que bueno, mi gente. Calix Boxing here. Happy to be with you guys tonight. Post-fight video. Gonna be a quick one. Vasyl Lomachenko versus Miguel Marriaga, and not much to say about it other than Lomachenko looked great again. Lomachenko looked otherworldly again. I mean, the guy is insane. He's absolutely insane. He's bananas. Um, Won all 7 rounds, which isn't a surprise, not a shock. The question coming in was he going to stop a guy in Marriaga who had not been stopped yet, had been in there with some tough competition, a gritty guy, a survivor in the ring, and also a guy with power. And you saw what he was trying to do in there. He was trying to load up on that right hook because he knew that was the only shot he was going to have in this fight. Was not going to win on points because Lomachenko is too active of a fighter to win rounds against. So was trying to load up on his right hand. That's his bread and butter. So that's what he was trying to do. Smart move on his play. His only shot of winning the fight, but was just overmatched. Just an overmatched fighter in this one, and Lomachenko just looked incredible again. Footwork is great. The way he uses angles is great, but the way he stands right in front of you and does not try to overplay the angles and stands right in front of you. And you're afraid to mix it up with him because his hands are so fast and that he'll step to the side and catch you with a shot from a weird angle. The way he keeps his right foot in front of your left foot it's a thing of beauty. He's constantly putting himself in position to land big shots. My only knock on him is early in fights he's a little too Joe Calzaghe-ish. To where he's throwing a lot of pity pat, and that was my knock on him early in his career. It's still early in his career. He's 10 fights in. We forget about that. That's how insane he is. Fought Salido in his second fight. You're not supposed to fight a guy like Salido in your second pro fight, yet he did. He's so talented that they can take risks like that with him. But my only knock on him is. When you fight 396 amateur fights and you're fighting amateur style that much, it's going to be tough to shake that. And those amateur habits still stick around at times. So to me, he's just getting his professional footing in, which is scary. That's scary for a guy who is 9-1, has the wins under his belt that he has. The close split decision loss to Salido, but the win against Gary Russell Jr. and some of the other guys he's beat this early in his career, and just saying that just now he's getting his professional footing in, that's scary. Because I think he's just learning how to finish guys. And he does have 7 knockouts in 10 fights, but he's just learning how to finish shows and entertain on a professional level. Because I forgot who he fought in the Mayweather-Pacquiao undercard, but he was still dominant, but did not look entertaining at all. And he's learning how to entertain on a professional level now. He's learning how to turn on those punches more often than he was early in his career, and he's getting scary. He's getting scary. The offense, the defense was lacking tonight, obviously, because I think he wanted to show more offensive skill and give the fans. He knew he was on a big stage. Wanted to give the fans something to see, and that's the thing. That's the fun thing about him is fans get, like myself, get a little frustrated with super talented guys who have overmatched opponents in front of them and don't try to step it up. You see Mayweather do that a lot, where he'll stay in cruise control instead of stepping it up. Lomachenko did that in the 6th round. He stepped it up right on cue when Bradley said, "I want to see him step it up on this guy," and he did. He did right after Bradley said it and closed the show. So learning how to close the show, turning on those punches more, and he's getting that professional style right in gear, right at the right time. It's fun to watch. This guy is entertaining. Just put on a show tonight. So Lomachenko looked great. Where does he go from here? That's where it gets tricky. He wants. I think if you hear him say it, he'd want Garcia next. However, boxing politics will get in the way. Garcia, a guy who just left Top Rank, um, that wasn't. They didn't leave on good terms. So to see Bob Arum give Garcia some money in a Lomachenko fight, I'd have to see it to believe it. But I hope to God that fight happens. I want that fight to happen right now at 135. As a boxing fan, that would be an incredible fight. Do I think it'll happen next? No. But Orlando Salido is still out there. He still has to avenge that loss. Still wants to. He doesn't have to, but wants to avenge that loss. He's a different fighter than he was the first time around. I think that was on the Bradley Marquez undercard. So what was that? 2014, I believe it was. So a different fighter than he was back then. Would be a different fight. Salido turned down $750,000 for that fight tonight. He was supposed to get this fight tonight. Turned down $750,000 for that fight. So I don't think he's eager to get in there with Lomachenko. So you still got Salido out there. That's an option. And Rigondeaux, a guy who's also super talented, but a guy I'd favor Lomachenko against. He's out there, but Rigo has had some issues with management and promoters in the past as well. So there's no telling if they're going to price themselves out of that fight, if it's an option, or what's going to happen. Also, you got Ray Beltran, who fought on the undercard. It was the co-main event. He's at 135. So if they're looking to step up Lomachenko to 135, Beltran's a guy who could be an option as well. So there are options out there. I want the Garcia fight. And Lomachenko is a guy who, throughout the next couple of years, a guy who can do the Pacquiao thing and step up through multiple different weight divisions. The only obstacle I see in that is, will he be able to bring up enough power if he moves up to, say, 140? I mean, 135, not a division that's too deep. You got a couple guys there. 130 is shallow as well. But when you start to get to 140, 147, which he'll possibly be at 3-4 years down the line, the punching power will come into question. Will he have enough punching power? Will he just be able to overwhelm guys in those weight classes like he does in these lower weight classes? So that's some questions you have to have. Nonetheless, he's one of those fighters that's on that short special fighter list that I have anyway, is Lomachenko, Crawford, Triple G, Canelo, Garcia, Andre Ward after beating Kovalev, you'd have to put on that list. So just those 6 or 7 special fighters out there who really transcend the sport and just super talented. So Lomachenko, he's right up there. If you have a pound for pound list, everybody I see who has a pound for pound list has him 1, 2, 3, somewhere up there. So just a super special and talented fighter. So props to Lomachenko. Another great performance tonight, and I'm pretty sure you'll see him before the end of the year is out. He stays active. He does have that cut though, so maybe not. Maybe he'll stay out till the beginning of next year. Who knows? But he is a guy who's active and fights 3-4 times a year. So hopefully we see him again sooner than later against top competition. So Lomachenko wins by stoppage against Marriaga. Peace.